Through it all, her career has been dedicated to an eternal truth. America's ideals are sacred, and we must always defend and live by them.
All right. Whoa. Happy New Year, and what a year it has already been. Pretty crazy. I mean, insane gains, absolutely insane. If you haven't already, I would suggest you check out the moon landing. I mean, personally, I've never started a year like this, and I'm up over 60% on the year already here from where I started. So motto number one next week is to size down a little bit, see how the market reacts, and we're about to mark some levels here that we are going to stay true to. Now, this is SPX chart. Okay, this is where we're gonna start. So Friday, what did we do? We closed the gap. That is now resistance, that white line, and I've had that white line there for a while. As you can see, there's the box. That's where we stopped. Now we have this gap here, which is interesting because this line goes back way back, okay? And I am actually going to adjust it down to there, and I'm gonna put an alert on it. Okay, there is an alert on it. So, next week, can the bulls defend this gap? Will the bears defend that gap? Okay, that's where the tug of war is going to be. Now, next week, remember, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is off, and Friday, which is a possible turn day. We had this trend change here, as I told everybody, and what a rally was. We had the same on Friday, okay, and Thursday off. So again, I think this is the third 4-day week in a row. Okay, so we're gonna focus on Wednesday. Friday, we'll see. Okay, and if we're up here, hovering up here, I would probably take a short on Friday. But nevertheless, right now, what we want to see, we want to gap up, right? We want to gap up. We want to get going to SPX 6000. That's what we want to do. We want to get going here. Don't want to stall out and start messing around here. Because again, and I'll show you, SPX still has some of that good old Trumpy gap going on, right? However, it's been staring us right in the face. What did I say? What did I start saying weeks ago? We gotta pay attention to the Dow Jones. Why? Because no one fucking else does. And wouldn't you look at that? There's the election. I know. Excuse my chart. I don't know why it's got freaking spider web on it. Let's take some of this shit off here. Make it nice. All right, come on. We don't need fucking Keltner bands on there right now, do we? Okay. But yeah, there you can see all the stuff I use. Wonderful. Take the cloud off as well. Come on, man. Sorry guys. Sorry. But anyways, I found what nobody's talking about. Okay, that's the point. That I found what no one is talking about, which is the Dow Jones filling the Trump gap. And why is that important? Because the Dow Jones is where it's gonna be at under a Trump presidency. Because he's all about, supposedly, allegedly, about bringing America back from the depths of shit. Okay, that, you know, I showed you the people at the beginning of the video. Okay, so we got a double bottom off here. Now, this is what I want you to do. Go to DIA and stick an alert right there. The day you get that alert, you gotta start fucking buying some puts, broski. Okay, because whatever this shit is, ain't gonna hold. And this, I don't know. We'll do that real time. Point is, this is gonna be your market is going to the bottom of the collar alert right here. The fact that the Dow Jones sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days, then went to gap fill on the 12th. That's a sell program. You know, I speak about sell programs. This has nothing to do with Bob and Sue and their 401ks, right? Or rotation. Bounces. Can't for the fucking life of it hold the daily 9. Sells again. And we just witnessed, you know, SPY rip 12 bucks that we played. And it can't get over it. So this is your clue. Alright? Just want to put that out there. Now, we always look at the NAMO, and the NAMO has more room to go. Which brings us to Mr. SPY. Mr. SPY, hello, how are you? How are you? Again, I just want to point out the fact that we took 580 calls and a bunch of other shit, and up we went. Okay, so let's dissect this a little bit here, since a lot of us play SPY. Let's take some of the this stuff off here. We don't need all of this shit on here right now. Okay. We'll leave that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, looks a little better. So we're above the green cloud here. The cloud is actually crossed. We're hitting resistance here at the red part of the cloud. Same spot as SPX, obviously. So Monday, you want to gap up. Now, this is the hourly, obviously looking pretty nice. That's a lot of freaking buy volume the last few days. Actually had some decent volume, like actual decent volume. Now, the only problem here is why, again, I'm 90% cash, obviously, over the weekend, but in some absolutely epic swings, like Nvidia. Kept saying about Nvidia. But anyways, you're starting to see some topping here, no doubt about that. And I mean, I like to buy when the you can have all the fucking indicators in the world and MAs, you can do all kinds of tricks, but I've come to the conclusion that nothing beats the 1 hour stow. Anytime it bottoms out, you can catch some green. Anytime, you know, the problem with playing it to the upside, obviously, is this. When it starts really going, you can fucking try to short this the whole way. You'll get completely sent to Arkansas. You know what I mean? But once it drops, obviously, you know, you gotta play it with the market strength and the momentum. Can still go up. I would not be surprised if we have a strong Monday and we go and hit all of these. Well, as you see, I got plenty of alerts here to scale out and scale in. But I wouldn't be surprised if that previous FOMC level is the spot. Then it becomes interesting, meaning, do we go and fill this upper gap? Do we go to the ghost? Where is our ghost? Our ghost is, let me double check here, go to the full moon circle and check. Our SPY ghost is at 601.39. And I don't have my weekly levels yet, but that looks like a fantastic spot to get out of Dodge. If you can catch that move, if it's a brilliant week, boom, we go there. Now, obviously, if you haven't already, here's your collar. Now, this number in particular is very interesting because if we go to SPX, you will see that I already have it marked from way back in 2024. as an extended target for SPX. So, again, that is my ultimate target, and I think we either get that next summer or end of the year, probably next summer, because if we have a bullish year and we go there, that is my ultimate target for this. What is this gonna be? A 15-year bull run here, okay? Around here, I would definitely smell at least, if not shorts, some speedos, okay? So those are your yearly upside targets. Now, here's something very interesting. This is the bottom of the collar, also previously marked out by me. So, that's a pretty huge move. Okay? Why are the next few weeks important? Well, what we want is we want to go to feel our ghost on SPY, then we want to shit the bed, and then we want to catch a nice spring rally. That would be ideal. Now, there's no guarantee both of these hit, but you've seen we got some volatility. Now, speaking of the volatility though, yes, did the VIX puke? Yes. Remember, we have a couple of VIX gaps. You can mark them. That one is one. This trend line that you should have marked out, that you should draw in, because we play it all the time. It goes way back. I have mine starting on September 28th, 2022. Hits there, hits there, hits there, hits there, blah 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 blah. It goes and back tests this. Okay, I wouldn't call this a VIX crush, but we have 3 VIX gaps. Okay, now back to SPX here, just so I can show you guys. See those gaps blinking? Okay, just mark them. Okay, because we're gonna be playing ping pong here. If we in fact next Friday have another trend change, I would assume we go up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, as you've seen in 2025, there's plenty of psyops going around that you can focus your precious time and energy on, or you can decide, hey, last year was pretty fucking awesome. This year, I'm not gonna do all the dumbass mistakes I did, this and that. Okay, so here's a problem already. See it? And as you could see with Dow Jones, as I showed you, you are probably the only group out there who knows that a Trump gap has filled. Why? Because you haven't heard it on Twitter or YouTube by anyone else. That is your Trump card. Now, tech is undoubtedly going to be the leader for 2025, no doubt about that. This shit looks really bullish here, first part, while SPY, not so much. Then you got the sports calendar, and if all of us ask nicely, maybe Todd will grid it for us. Is all over the place, and frankly, I wouldn't even mess with this. Okay, but there you have them. Again, you should have these, but now you do have them. All right, so what's my tactic? Well, since my tactic has worked so freaking well, I am gonna continue with my 2025 tactic. What is that? Well, let's head over to King Nvidia. That, again, look, when I start buying time on something, and I'm saying over and over, hey, this is relative strength, all of you can afford to stay in it. Now, again, famously, bought calls right there. I've caught this whole freaking move up. Now, on days like this, or days like this, you get this volatility cluster, and this is not even cutting out that low. That is your relative strength. Okay, so now what? Well, I sold all, having played Nvidia here for, you know, $15 plus, except for my Friday the 17th 135s that are here. Why am I in those? Well, because that is at the support of this mother of all trend lines. That goes all the way back to I know, a year ago, Nvidia, yes, this is post split prices, but still. Okay? Now, why is this everything this year? Well, they're rolling out Blackwell. Also, I just want to showcase you how long this thing consolidated. Where we bought in. Since June 13th. Yes, it's been volatile. Bank of Japan, September, all of that. But I mean, that is gonna go down as one of the best trades here on the moon train, catching that. So now we've pierced through here. We can still push a little bit. After Nvidia has these incredible runs, what does it move? It consolidates a little bit. This is gonna be, I'm gonna be playing all throughout Q3. And we saw those big orders. Yes, they bought what, 170s for March. But he's already up like 50% on them based on this little candle. So, if that is our target, because those were huge and he has 185s, then you got plenty of riding here up to here. So this is gonna be, I'm gonna be 1 to 2 weeks out on Nvidia throughout the quarter. Another one, Meta. Let's go over this. We're coming down here. Market's fucking shit in the bed. Again, what do I do? 1 hour stow. Grab calls for next day. What happens? They go in the money. I get out of Dodge. I didn't play this second run when the trash gun came back, but like, I'm just saying, pay attention to when he shows up. Congratulations to Barry. I mean, I wish I was in this trade, but like, holy shit, pierced the Bollinger, Keltner's right there, linear, huge stock. This thing can go crazy. Now, why is this interesting? Microsoft said Friday that they are putting in 80 billion to build power centers for their AI stuff. Okay, that's huge. You're spending $80 billion on boosting performance and getting a bigger market. So out of all these big boys, this has been just trading like absolute dog shit. However, again, daily stow, how can you not put this at the top 5 of the stocks you play in Q1? I mean, this thing is ready to launch. Look at where the Bollinger is. Look at the type of moves this thing can pull. I mean, once this gets going, it gets going. And if the market is to push higher here, boom, there you go. Now, QQQ. This is the Trump gap. Okay. We undercut this, went all the way back here to this box almost, and then we miraculously bounced. We need to get over this daily 9 on Monday, first thing. Otherwise, this kind of fizzles. But again, here, why do I trade with the linear? Look, I mean, there you go. Look at that, beautiful double bottom. If we can, we just got the cross here. This can really rip. Would it be awesome to rip all the way back up here and then come down and then just go crazy? Yeah, it would. Apple remains the mystery of the market to me, meaning what's the difference between Apple at this is where Warren sold. What happened? Well, it ran up $40 when everybody said the Apple was over, and then you get a huge rotation into Nvidia taking money out of Apple. So with now Apple doing this here, having come all the way back to where it put in a significant bottom, same type of stow here. Why this spot? As you see, I have a huge buy order here. If the market shits out, I'm gonna be accumulating Apple here pretty big, because it should run up into earnings, which all these tech earnings obviously are coming up already at the end of the month, which is going to be a huge decider. And as I said, Friday could be a possible trend change. I have January 31st, I believe. Yeah, January 31st could be a time change, trend change date as well. So it's gonna be volatile, okay? Tesla caught this right there, sold right here. I was in the 420s for Friday. Could have held? Probably. Is it gonna gap up? Most likely. Possible for a short scalp there at 420. Also called this out. This ran nicely. So anyways, as we saw, some big names jumped into this trade after I alerted it in the chat. So hello to whoever you are. But I think this is going to be a big name in 2025. And speaking of Formula One, obviously, huge setup here. The fact that they're sponsors of Ferrari, and Lewis Hamilton has always had an energy drink as his sponsor. I wouldn't be surprised if this really rips this year. And again, I called out Hood last year at 9. I said it was going to be one of the biggest stocks of 2024. And I know a lot of people were probably wondering what type of tropical crack I was smoking. But if you go back here to, and take a look where we were and where we ended up. I also remember there was a guy who popped into the full moon circle around here. And I said, hey, just buy Hood end of the year. Boom, stock doubled. So will I be chasing these crypto names? No. But there's gonna be plays in them. Okay. I saw this too. I didn't take it because I had so much gains of Nvidia. But anyway, Celsius in my mind is really interesting. It'll also be interesting on this Formula One theme to see which one, because Red Bull lost a pretty big sponsor. Now their main sponsor besides Red Bull is Oracle. We're gonna find out who their new big sponsor is, and that's gonna be interesting. Salesforce is a huge sponsor of Formula One as well. Just putting this out there. But if you're looking for something where you like buy shares and hold, I would say Celsius, and then these quantum stocks. Why? Because no one has any idea if these quantum stocks are gonna pull a Nvidia, which they probably will. I mean, look at this trend here. Where does that put you? See what I'm saying? Like, no one knows. The market needs a carrot. If the Trump presidency is lukewarm, the market is gonna need a carrot. Gonna be quantum stocks. We also saw them rolling into this on Friday, right? Huge. Okay, look at this consolidation. This thing is ready to go again. So there's plenty of these sectors that the less you understand of what they do, the better. You know what I mean? Hopefully Flow Trade comes back. It would be a shame to have to trade this whole year without it. It's been so great, but it's just frozen stuck. So it is what it is. But that's kind of my trade plan going into this year. And buying more time. Why? Because you can't do the 10, 20, 40 day trading really when the VIX is above the trend line. Once the VIX is under the trend line, then we can do all that stuff. Okay, but in the meantime, we play what is moving, what sectors are moving with strength. Now, again, we saw here the market was way stronger than the range that it gave, so we were just following the GEX. Okay, this worked really well. I showcase you guys. Look here, this is the new tool right here. Get a big DEX reading, you know you go down. You get a big negative DEX, you know you're gonna be bouncing very soon, as you can see. Now we're building some green here, so gonna be volatile next week. Gonna be really volatile, and these are changing like crazy here. I do want to point out, and I put it in there, and this is encouraging. That's really encouraging going to our price target. That the JPM orders that came in were absolutely massive. They came in right there. What did price do? It went up. They were hundreds of millions. Okay, so again, like I'm just gonna showcase this here. We have that. We had that. Took some time for it, right? Now we have that. So there's this is gonna help. This is gonna help a little bit the market, I think. I do know that we're getting overextended here, so don't get too bulled up. And again, how do you not do that? Well, you go and look at SPY and you're honest with yourself, and you're gonna say, hey, was I too scared to buy calls at 580 and ride it all the way to 592? Okay, then maybe I need some more time here to see what the market does. Now, I talked about it earlier, 2 first days usually get nullified by the 5th day in January, which would put us back down here. Then what happens? Then we go fill the Trump gap on SPY. But since we have that Dow Jones thing, there might be a very sneaky setup here to just run this thing up and put in a good old W. The Stow sure speaks for it, as does the parametric oscillator. Can it go lower? Sure. And a good thing to always keep an eye on, technically speaking, is the daily RSI. See, here's the problem. If we cannot get this over 50 fast, we're running out of steam. Then the momentum is still to the downside, and you're gonna hit some rejects here. You need that RSI over 50, and you need that by Monday, Tuesday. Otherwise, you're gonna go down, okay? So that is the long-term and short-term analysis. Again, if you haven't, check out the moon landing. Otherwise, I will see you on Voice, and we'll keep doing what we're doing. Green day, green week, green month, green quarter. Okay, we're gonna be pretty adamant about that, and we're not gonna swing ourselves into the hole. Okay, we're only gonna be swinging shit with time, or if we feel confident that we're gonna get a data move, because the market has consolidated for so long and it needs a move up. I do want to say that to finish up, that you got declining volume, but it's starting to turn green. So you have the setup here to really run into this inauguration. So there's plenty of plays for you to simmer on and all of that good stuff. And I will see you Monday, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday we could have some fun with some good old Friday Costco or something like that, but Thursday is off. And just to wrap things up, let us take a look at the calendar. So jobs is going to be at the forefront here of what the market reads. You got Fed speakers back on Monday. You got some PMI readings, Treasury bills, blah 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 blah. Tuesday, you get EU unemployment. I would think that it is better than that due to the holiday season. But you got Barkin, and most importantly, you got this JOLTS openings that is going to be the catalyst to then send you into Wednesday's close, in my opinion. Wednesday, you have FOMC minutes. Ooh, spicy. Now you all remember that FOMC rejection. Okay, it was nasty. However, the first 1 minute candle was up. Just putting it out there. And Thursday, the stock market is closed, so I don't know what happens to all of this stuff. And Friday, non-farm. Gonna be a big one. Gonna be a big one. We'll see where the market is, but that's huge, so we might take some lottos, okay, but we don't want to go full degenerate. All right, love you guys, see you later.
Liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis. Mission until resupply and to do research on the International Space Station.
Houston, now control Atlantis begins its penultimate journey ashore on the International Space Station. Now departure line authorization has been applied to and has load counts of hardware and duties to engage on the International outpost. Atlantis almost 2 miles in altitude, almost 6 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center already, traveling 500 miles an hour.